People often ask me why I'm an astrologer, and it's because I want to get underneath all those mysteries out there. And one of the biggest mysteries of the last year or so, Kim Kardashian. Like, why is she famous? Why did she get married? Was that marriage, a false marriage? You know, they're all saying it was a setup.
Well, given the amount that they spent on actually doing the wedding, and they were married for
72 days.
Oh my God. So the wedding planning alone must have cost them millions of dollars.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll have a look at her chart, just because when these kinds of things hit the news, I think I want to go and have a look at the chart. And the other thing people don't know about astrology is that you can actually do a chart for an event. So I have got a chart here that actually shows the wedding.
All right.
And she was married on the 20th of August 2011. Now, Kim is a Libran, which is usually, you know, it's a very sort of dreamy, kind of pretty, lovely sign, and she's everything you would expect. In her natal chart, in her birth chart, she's got her sun conjunct Pluto.
Ouch.
Control, basically.
Yep.
So she's a bit of a control freak, to say the least. And on the day of her wedding, Venus, the Sun and Mercury were all opposite Neptune in the sky. And Neptune is the planet of deception.
Craziness.
And some people would say romance, but romance in a way is deception anyway, because it's not about the reality of the relationship. It's that, kind of fairy tale wedding type stuff. But she's also got in her own chart Neptune in the first house, which is kind of self-deception. Marilyn Monroe had it. It gives you that sense of glamour and, you know, Hollywood, old Hollywood. But it's not particularly easy for just day-to-day general stuff of, you know, being in touch with reality.
I don't think Kim's very in touch with reality anyway, so maybe it's working for her because it allows her to be completely divorced of reality.
Absolutely. So I think that's kind of what it is. But interestingly, so in this chart of the wedding, Venus represents Kim. She's obviously Venus, which is all about beauty and femininity. The Sun is Chris Humphries, her husband of 72 days. And there's Mercury in there. Now, I thought, who's Mercury? But I think Mercury is her mother, Kris Jenner, who's very, very strong on the PR and being able to sort of manipulate media and words and stuff.
The whole wedding was such a PR exercise anyway. Yeah. I think there was some press that said that she actually made money out of having her wedding, even though it cost millions of dollars.
Yeah, but she was getting like all the deals in the magazines and that type of thing.
Right.
I also pulled Kim Kardashian's solar directed chart, which gives you, you know, what's happening throughout the stages of someone's life.
Yes.
And Mercury, which rules her marriage, her descendant, was solar directed to Neptune. So it's almost like it was fated for this to kind of be a little bit, you know, this fairy tale fantasy type thing. Not real. Yeah, let's pull some cards.
I'm more interested to find out what... well, should we look at what husband she should be looking for, or what?
Yeah, I think people sort of want to know, well, what really happened with that situation?
The 72-day wedding.
Yeah, the 72-day wedding, and then where to from here? Because I think it dented her popularity a little bit.
Doubt. So I think she's probably had some doubts about the wedding, although, you know, the whole performance of it and all the preparations and everything else.
She was caught up in the romance of it.
Yeah.
I don't know that she's gone into this deliberately to be deceptive or, you know, like some people think, but she certainly did doubt that this was the right guy for her.
Yeah. Let's talk about him too. Oh, it's interesting you were talking about someone that should be perhaps a lawyer or what have you before. This is the Justice card, which sort of represents that too. So that's kind of what she's seeking.
You need a lawyer, Kim. A judge. Yeah. Whoever you can find that's that kind of person that's in the justice system,
And why the 72 days would be the next question for me.
Yeah.
Cycle. So she's not in the right frame. You know what I mean? She's not in the right time for her to be married. She's pushed the agenda.
Yeah, exactly. She wanted to be married. She wanted to have the fairy tale, but it's not really the right time. I mean, she's probably going to have... Well, she's definitely got at least 2 marriages because Gemini's on that, on her marriage chart, which is a twin sign, twins too. Yep. So there's definitely 2 there for her. But she's only just kind of gone through that Saturn return phase, and you know, I think there's a lot more. She's got Saturn on top of her Sun at the moment, so
the timing's all
really
wrong.
yeah timing not good.
And the outcome, relationship. So she needs to actually spend some time in a relationship before getting married, maybe.
Good idea. A little bit longer than 72 days. Well, thanks for that, Gav.
No worries.
And we'll check in again with her later on in the season, maybe.
Look forward to it.